Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Uncle Kobe back with another commentary. Today, I got a few things I want to talk about, but first for the gameplay. As you see, I'm going to start off with a sniper accidentally. As we all know, I am terrible at sniping, so I switched directly to the M14. As you can see right here, I get schmanged off the start. But yeah, I'm using the M14 this game with quick draw, sleight of hand, and dead silence. And for my strike package, I have sit rep, steady aim, and marksman, I believe. But yeah, this was a pretty decent gameplay. I think I go 30-2, 30-3 or something like that. I do play pretty slow, but I really just didn't know any of the spawns or, kind of where to go. I was a bit confused. And right here, you're going to see some awesome Infinity Ward host migration. It's just fantastic. I'm just trying to shoot this guy and all this crap's going on and all that good stuff. But actually, here's a cool little tip thing. If you look at the minimap right now, you see there's a guy right to my right. So right here, I was thinking just to jump off and kill this guy, and I immediately started looking for this guy, who jumped down right here and got the D. But that's not what I want to talk about. Today, I want to talk about Black Ops 2 and if it's worth buying. I know for myself, it really does not matter like what the game is or who makes it. I'm gonna buy it regardless. It could be Call of Duty Rise of the Retarded Rabbits 4, and I'd still be there at midnight, to picking up the game. But for some of you other guys that might be into other games, not just Call of Duty, and you're kind of on the fence about it, whether or not to drop 60 bucks or not, this video is for you. Now, I think it's safe to say that the last few Call of Duties seem to be basically the same game as the year before, but with some new skins and like guns and sound effects and stuff like that. So what exactly will be new with Black Ops 2? Well, let's start off with the actual game engine. We already know it's going to be the exact same engine that has been used since Call of Duty 4. Treyarch says that they use a different engine, but we aren't stupid. The game mechanics have felt the same since Call of Duty 4, and they will feel the same in Black Ops 2. But that could either be a bad thing or a good thing depending on your stance on it. I personally have no problem with the game mechanics, and compared to other multiplayer FPSs, it runs very smoothly. But there's just a level of repetition that you start to feel, from the look of the game and how it plays. For instance, if you look into the eyes of like a Russian enemy that you would kill in Modern Warfare 3 and compare them to the bad guys in Call of Duty 4, they look pretty much the same. I personally don't care about how they look and that stuff, and I definitely don't care about their eyes. I'm not really a homo, but you guys can catch my drift. Moving on to the single player, you shoot stuff, you move forward, and you shoot more stuff. That will never change, so I'm just going straight to the multiplayer, which has quite a bit of new features that hopefully will make the game more enjoyable. For one, the whole creative class system has changed. I'm sure all of you know that already, with the whole pick 10 system and all the customization. But if you don't, click the annotation on screen and you can be enlightened about that. The next thing is league play, which is the thing I'm second most excited about for in this game. And I'm not sure if any of you guys have played StarCraft, but in that game there are different leagues that you play in depending on what your skill level is at. And they're bringing that idea into Call of Duty, which I think is just great. Having a real ranked playlist is something that I've been waiting for quite a while. And I think it'll actually add a new dynamic to YouTube, because if you post like league play playlist gameplays and you're ranked really high, it just adds to the awesomeness of the gameplay knowing that you're playing against good players. And I'm definitely going to post a lot of league playlist gameplays. Maybe do kind of a road to loss sort of deal like what Wings does. But yeah, ranked playlist is definitely a plus. Another thing is the new score streaks and how you're going to be rewarded for team-based play rather than kills. That's all preference. If you're one of the guys that just enjoy going into ground war games and just getting fat kill streaks, this probably doesn't really interest you. But for me, I like playing for the win and playing objective game modes. So this kind of helps me, somewhat. It's not that big of a deal to me, but it's new, so I thought I'd mention it. But on to the last thing, which is what I'm most excited for, and I'm sure you are all too, and that's zombies. From the trailer, zombies look totally badass, and they're introducing specific game modes just for zombies that will be played on the multiplayer engine, allowing 4-on-4 battles to be taking place, which will be just insane. Survival is the same zombie mode that players are used to, with like just infinite waves of zombies coming at you on like a tiny map with lots of upgrades and weapons to buy. and you rebuild the barriers and barricades to try to improve your lifespan and gain points and stuff like that. Grief is a play on the standard team deathmatch that actually sounds pretty interesting. So 2 teams of up to 4 players each populate one map, and they're trying to kill each other. However, those teams can actually hurt each other. The only things that can hurt them are the zombies, meaning that the objective of each team is to put the other team in kind of unsurvivable situations while ensuring that the zombies don't eat your brains out in the process. So maps will provide plenty of opportunities to screw with the other team, like blocking passages and doorways. And just imagine kids raging at you when you trap them in a hallway with like 10 zombies. God, it'll be hilarious. And there's also speculation about a zombie campaign slash story mode kind of deal that you ride around in the bus stopping at various locations, which are like the levels. But whatever, zombies look freaking awesome, and it's definitely up there as one of the main reasons why you should get Black Ops 2. But like I said before, no matter how new the game is, it still will be a Call of Duty and have that Call of Duty feel. It's just like Apple and their iPhones, really. Like every year they put out a different one that usually don't feel that different. First from the 4 to the 4S, and then from the 4S to a little longer 4S. But just like the phone and a couple other things, every inch counts. And what we can all pray for is just a game that's still fun, 6 to 9 months into it. And I'm staying hopeful. David Vonderhaar is someone that will actually listen to your opinions and will fix the game where he sees fit, even after it's released and far into the game. So do I recommend buying it? Yeah, I actually do. I haven't been this excited for a game since like Modern Warfare 2, which was actually kind of a letdown for me. But for like Modern Warfare 3, I wasn't even thinking about it at this time last year. But for Black Ops 2, I get more and more excited for it with every video I make and every video I see about it. And I like to think that they will add enough, new stuff to make it seem different and make it more enjoyable. But even if it still feels like every other COD and it's just really well put together, without all that BS, I think it's going to be a great game. So there it is, guys. I'm stoked for Black Ops 2. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please take the time to hit that like button. It only takes a second and it really does mean a lot to me. For 2 videos you may have missed, on the left is a Black Ops 2 video where I talk about all the LMGs in the game, and on the right is the question of the week. Even if you already answered, go back and leave another one. I'm going to pick this week's winner on Friday night, so take advantage of the opportunity. But anyways, leave in the comments below what Black Ops 2 weapon class you want me to do next. I still have the snipers, launchers, and pistols, so if you have a preference, leave it down below. This was Uncle Kobe. I love you all. Peace.